Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of the Erock'S Entertainment Rant podcast, as brought to you by the King for Fresh Entertainment Group. I'm your host, Erock, and today on the show, we are here today, of all days, to finally talk about Vomit Fest 2025, aka Challenge 40 Season Finale Part 2. We are live over on our YouTube channel. I'm your host, Erock, and joining me today is a man who decides not to be late. It's Diego. How you doing?
Doing great. Finally got to the end of this season, so glad to talk about it.
Yeah, I feel like with this season we got it kind of all with this season a little bit in terms of everything. Our perception of how it started to how it ended kind of was
Yeah,
wrong.
there's definitely especially with certain people, we started feeling one way at the beginning, and it gradually changed as the season went on.
Yeah. Uh, cough, cough, Rachel, cough, cough.
Yeah,
I feel like I, I just feel like I would have been happier with the outcome, and we could spoil the outcome because everyone's seen it at this point, I would hope,
yeah,
not just listening to our podcast as they see it. But I would have been happier for her at the beginning of the season
hmm
had I known this outcome was coming. And where's Tommy when you need him? Because Tommy usually finds out who wins beforehand.
Did he stay up to spoilers, or did
I
he
don't
already know?
I don't know. Honestly, I do not know. I want to say he didn't because he was guessing as to who he thinks was going to win when we did our challenge, our All Stars 5 preview, and we talked about previewing the final, and he was giving his predictions like he didn't know.
Yeah,
So I got this gut feeling like he didn't know.
yeah. Well, good, because it would have been kind of if he had already known. But where's that guy?
Yeah, where's Waldo is the real question here. And I feel like I have a whole big where's Waldo, but like I said, I think Tommy would need to point this out but you can actually maybe, because did you ever notice this? Jordan's left hand. Like, did I just never notice it before, or is that just
It's always been there. It
like
has been like that
like
for.
literally the whole time?
Yeah, he was born with his hand like that.
Wait. So it's been that way the whole ever since I saw him for the first time on World Championship and the first time I saw him on Ride or Dies, and
Yeah.
all the way back to him telling Bananas he needs to get his stripes.
Yep.
That's been a thing, and I just never noticed it until now.
I guess not. You know what? For me, like the first couple seasons that I saw him, I never noticed either. It wasn't until like maybe like third season that I saw him, and I saw him in. I was like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on with his hand? I had. It wasn't until I saw his Real War season that it was like. I mean, it was a kind. I wouldn't say a big deal, but it was definitely part of his story.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been part of his story, but
Yeah.
I I am blown away that I didn't notice. Honestly,
Yeah.
here I am thinking that I am above the eight ball, and no, turns out I am not. I literally had no idea. I would also like to just say something to the audience while me and Diego are riffing here, waiting for Tommy to finally make his grandiose appearance. But this will
Yeah.
be the last episode under the Erock'S Entertainment Rant title, as this will be the official series finale of the Erock'S Entertainment Rant title, as we are going to be calling it the Fricka Fresh Entertainment Rants from now on.
hmm
And maybe we need to work out a different title. I don't know. That's for us to talk off air. You guys don't need to worry about all that.
That's
But
that's for
from
future
here
us.
on out, this will be the last. As we end the era of Challenge 40, we also end the era of the Erock'S Entertainment Rant. Because if I'm not there, why are we calling it the Erock'S Entertainment Rant? Erock's not there to rant. But I do feel like, as Diego did an amazing Traders podcast yesterday, which you guys can
Yay.
go check out over on our Spotify when you're done listening to this.
Check it out.
I was screaming because I'm like, oh my god, I could give him insight on Tom Sandoval. I know who Tom Sandoval is.
Yeah, I had a kind of a clue as who he was. I've heard of him before, and I've seen some of his more cringy things that
He's.
he said.
But you guys are dead on about one thing. He is creepy.
Yeah, he
He is
definitely gives off creeper vibes for sure.
He is full on creeper vibes, like the entire way. Like
Yeah.
the entire way, shape, and form. He is just, don't boy me, Tommy. Just get your butt in here.
Oh, that Tommy.
He always has technical difficulties. I
Yeah.
say we go on without him.
Yeah, let's move on.
Because
he can catch up.
He'll catch up, and I'm sure he'll. So we get the start of the episode where it reveals that it's going to be the karma vote's going to be worth 2 whole checkpoints.
Yeah.
What the hell that even means, I have no idea.
I can explain to you right now. We can wait a little bit later.
Explain it. It's gonna.
So basically, whoever has the best karma or the most karma points is gonna get 8 points. Because it's like 2 first place wins if you're doing a normal. And then so the next person would get 6. The next person would get 2 or 6, 4, and 2.
Okay.
So yeah,
right.
when I first watched it, I didn't they flashed the screen real quick, and it wasn't until I watched it on my second time around I was like, or I figured it, kind of thought I'd figured it out, and on my second time around, it's confirmed that that's exactly what they did.
I had a hard time watching it the first time because Tommy Gabe was sending me play-by-plays.
Oh.
As well as live tweeting.
Mm-hmm.
What was going on, and so when he told me the ending, I was like, I want to puke. And it took me a few days before I finally was able to get around to watching it. I ended up watching it on the Sunday, and I'm like, he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
It's got to be just that had to have been tough for everybody involved.
Yeah. Well, there's one person who probably had it the worst out of everybody, and one person definitely benefited greatly.
100%. Yeah, and I mean, when your entire Arrow 1 is giving you 5s on the way out the door, and then your friends, because Casey and Michelle aren't they technically friends?
Casey and Michelle?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they're Arrow 4, but I don't know.
That one makes sense. That one actually hurt. Then I guess it makes sense in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. We're getting ahead of ourselves. So yeah, 2 checkpoints. Then I got here. Jordan's left hand ? Because that's when I first noticed it, and I think I wrote it again. Yeah, I wrote it later on when we see him rowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He mentions how he was struggling with it. Yeah.
Like I said, that's when I first noticed it, because it took me 4 seasons of Jordan before I finally noticed it.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think about how well he performs in these challenges. You wouldn't even you wouldn't even know.
It's unreal. It's unreal how good he performs in these challenges, given what's going on with him with the hand.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil. There he is.
Oh, he's on his phone now.
Tommy.
It's gonna overheat.
Coming in here is the man, the myth, the legend. Tommy Hawk, Tomathan. Timmy Tomathan, the Tominator. Tom, the Tom. Hi, Tommy.
The man who's probably going to get fired tonight.
You're not going to get fired. If I fired you guys for being late, I wouldn't have a podcast.
So here's the thing. For any of you listeners out there that don't want any more hardware trouble or anything, subscribe to the Patreon. Bring us in some type of financial status to where we can all get new laptops for this wonderful experience.
I would tend to agree with that. And speaking of that, on to piggyback off of that, I have no idea where this is sent. Which YouTube is sent to? Oh well. Oops. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Anyways,
Another reason why I'm gonna get fired is because I didn't take notes this week.
it's okay. I got you.
I was
Tommy,
hoping you two would
disappointed.
catch me as I fall.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I
I
have
mean,
plenty of notes.
yeah.
Did you listen to our Traders podcast yesterday? Man,
I didn't even
our
know it
notes-
was up until earlier. So like
Yeah.
I didn't get a notification for it or anything. So I was just like, well, what am I supposed to do with this now?
Well, Diego, you should have messaged the entire group chat when it was up.
Oh,
I
I
had
guess
no
I
idea you
should.
guys were doing it. I told you guys to go live for it.
Oh, you did? I don't remember that
I
part.
mentioned.
Anyway,
I sent a text saying go live. Anyways, Tommy,
My computer is slowly getting back up there.
there you go. I would also like to point out that I added something kind of fun into this. This video is actually going to be sponsored today by StreamYard. StreamYard is what we're using to record. There's a link below if you can click, and if you sign up, or sign per pro, you can get a $10 discount on your StreamYard Pro. So
there you go.
People.
We're being
Sign up, people.
sponsored by StreamYard?
Yes, because they said add a link to StreamYard to get extra stuff.
Interesting.
Get credit. I don't know. I just thought, you know what? I'm gonna click it. Let's be sponsored.
Let's be sponsored.
And Tommy, you briefly missed us to talking about how this is no longer going to be called Erock'S Entertainment Rant after today, and we're changing it to the Frick Fresh Rant. So it's only fitting that the three of us are here to end it. I don't know when and if Matt's making an appearance.
Naughty boy.
If he is, I'll keep an eye on the chats consistently, as well as I finally noticed Jordan's hand after 4 seasons. His left hand.
Just a heads up, I may be switching from phone to computer, so if at any point I disconnect, just know that I'll reconnect.
Yeah, that's fine. We're here for you, but you don't seem at all offended by the fact that I didn't know that. Or didn't notice Jordan's hand.
No. I mean, you knew about it though, right? You just haven't like seen it in the flesh.
No, I didn't know about it at all. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, he just found out this season.
This is the first time I've seen it. I caught it on my first watch, and I'm like, okay, I have to bring this up because either I'm an idiot or this is one of the biggest Where's Waldo's ever, and nobody's noticed it. And I was hoping nobody noticed it.
Well,
And that I could just come in here with the world's biggest Where's Waldo.
Eric.
Obviously, I was mistaken because Diego pointed it out.
Yeah.
We can't all be special like you, Eric.
I'm special. Jeez. Oh boy. Oh god. You guys are killing me.
We missed you, buddy.
I know. I missed you too. You should know I did do the shut up count. It's hilariously
Oh,
good.
I was gonna say, don't tell us.
No, I'm not gonna tell you. I actually still haven't counted how many players actually got shut ups either. I think that's also a record.
Oh shoot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there was 40 people in this cast, mind
True.
you. 4 of them went.
I
I
mean,
went home
40
after episode 2.
40 people. You would assume only one was going to get the shut ups. So we talk about Jordan's left hand, and now we're moving on to my not real singing because these guys are not singing; they are just mumbling.
Yeah, well, I'm sure at like 2 a.m. after some grueling swims, I don't think I'd be really up for some singing, especially on the 7th time around.
I mean, fair, but they challenged USA 1. They eliminated Angela for not doing any.
For not digging?
For not digging enough. Like, they should be eliminating people for not singing enough.
So they knew this was going to be a thing. Let's see. Well, they're not going to get the best singers either, so they had to take that into accountability too. I mean, I guess that at least you can try or something like that, but no, this is. They knew they weren't going to get Beyonce or Taylor Swift up in there, so they were just like, just do what you
Do
can.
or do
Because like
not, there is no try.
Singing isn't like muscle straining such as like moving dirt piles. So I mean, I don't know. I just can't imagine them.
Singing is muscle straining too, because it's hard on your throat.
Potato, meaning like it's not physically straining, such as moving a dirt pile.
I mean, you don't have to have a good singing voice, but. And none of them really did, except for Tori, which we'll get to in a little minute. In a hot minute.
This is awkward. So my computer is like officially old, and it's not letting me connect without a mic or a camera. So my phone only has 20% left on it. So
get to a charger, man.
My phone's gonna overheat, and I'm gonna be in and out like I have been in before.
Get to a charger.
I have a charger right here, but it's like my phone is already getting hot.
That's what she said. Wait, don't you have a mic
or something?
I don't know.
Don't you have a mic?
Not for my phone, no.
Oh. No, I mean for your computer,
laptop.
For your podcasting.
Oh yeah, it's just not connecting because it's old.
Okay, that's stupid. You need a new laptop, Tommy.
Yeah, like I said, we accept donations at our Patreon, enough to at least get us all
proper equipment.
Yeah, that.
But yeah, so Jenny basically does this whole thing and doesn't count any and just throws it all in and hopes for the best. And then we get the best part, one of the best parts, the consistency of the screw you to Johnny's, the fuck you Johnny, because this one came when he had 10 coins left, the timer hit, and the producers tell him, no, you're singing, buddy.
Yeah.
But I know my count. No, you're still singing. You missed the cut.
I even tweeted out, I was like, oh, so this is production's baby? Like I thought he was I thought he was production's baby. Why are they making him sing if he's only 10 coins away?
But you know what?
I think they did that on purpose so they stopped so people will stop saying that about production.
Probably. That's my guess. That has to be my guess. I mean, I don't know.
Because they're deliberate on showing it. Very deliberate.
Yeah. They literally showed it, so then they go up there to sing, and then Jenny's sleeping, and Jenny's like, "What did I do to deserve this?" Like,
girl,
having to listen to everyone singing. Okay, you aligned with bananas. That's what you did.
You know exactly what you did, sis.
Yeah, really. You know what you did. You 100% know what you did. So yeah, so that's that note. Then Tori, we need to single this because Tori's the last one up, and Tori has to then sing by herself, and it was hauntingly beautiful.
She is a somewhat decent singer. Her and Jordan have like videos out there that they've done together.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that much. I didn't know that far.
Yeah, they did a what is it called? Like what's their one famous song? It's like Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
I have no idea.
But I have no idea of the song. I just know Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was the Tori. I got here Lol Jordan Classic, but I don't remember why I wrote it.
Was it him yelling?
It was probably after. Okay, so comes after Tori. This is a single, so it has to happen in the morning. It would have been something in the morning before they went to do the thing. Before TJ announced the bullshit.
I don't
I
know.
got nothing on that one.
Okay.
Come on,
fair.
Diego. You're supposed to come through with this.
No, totally fair. I also got no shit Jenny. And I think Jenny said something that I put no shit to, but again, I don't really remember. I watched this an hour ago, but I think I kind of forgot a lot of it because after I watched it, I went immediately into the shut up count. And I focused solely on that. And that made me lose track of things. But yeah. And then I also got nice Derek, because Derek wins first. Derek and Rachel take first place in this.
Yes. Yeah. Derek was up 118 and Rachel was up by 58 of what they should have been.
Yeah. And then Jordan and Michelle finished second.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny and I want to say Kylan finished third.
Yeah, Kylan.
And I would just like to point out, I said this, I wrote this down. Bullshit, TJ. Jenny was last. Ain't no way Jenny
guessed that, right?
Guessed that as close as she did. Ain't no way. Okay? No chance. No chance in hell that Jenny did that. Jenny did not do that. Okay? She didn't. Spoiler alert, she didn't. So ultimately, and then Tori finishes last, and Tori's obviously pissed because she stayed up later than anybody to
and
do
she was
it.
off by almost 1,000.
And she was off by almost 1,000, yeah. So it's like, what are you doing, girl?
Yeah, she must have been like she must have mixed her first two numbers. Like she might have had it been like 2,300 something, and when she came back to count, she switched the two numbers around.
Yeah, clearly.
Or something like that. Because I mean, there's no way she counted it by 1,000 off.
She did this for what?
I just figured out why I wrote LOL Jordan Classic, because he was talking about the counting, and he said whenever he was having trouble with 80. So you'd be 79, and he went to 81, and then 82, 83, 84.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's hilarious, because that's what I would do. But for real, that's something I would do. Where were we? Okay. And then I wrote, yeah, they do, Derek, but I don't remember why I wrote that either. I am just off the ball today.
It's okay. We all are. It was the final.
I think today is just not our day, guys.
We were waiting for the finale to come around, and after that, we were just like, well, we know who wins. That's it.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, it's 3 different people.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
And that was pukey.
Cringe-worthy, maybe?
I would say cringe. But if we don't know why I wrote, yeah, they do, Derek, we can move on to Michelle, don't help Jenny. Because they're at the challenge, they're swimming to the thing, and Michelle helps Jenny get onto the platform.
The box with the keys.
Yeah.
The boxes with the key.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was the boxes with the boats, and the keys were underneath. The boxes' keys were underneath.
There we go.
And so basically, part one of the checkpoints, they have to go to a buoy or to a platform, swim to a beach, get an oar, swim back, get a key, row back to Sinister, which at least they're giving Kylan a boat.
He's been asking for a boat all day, or all day one.
Well, and he even said like he has time; he could build a boat. Like,
yeah,
he had time in that last one. It's not like it'll make a difference if he's in his 4th place finish. To see Kylan with on a tree with trees rowing back to Sinister. It seems like they were a little bit easier on him on day 2 with the swimming, because they gave him like a water ski.
Yeah.
Like an underwater skidoo.
What is it called? A water jet or like a...
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's like a water scooter or something like that.
There we go.
Water scooter, yeah. They gave him a water scooter. They gave them a water scooter. They gave them a boat. Like, it feels like they were easier on the swimming for this day.
Yeah.
And they were even, one of their checkpoints was literally just go, sit, and do math.
I think they were afraid of someone actually dying and being like,
I would be too if I was them. Someone dying kind of ends your show.
We kind of, that's why they did this part, or like they gave them such a like an
more
easy
of a break on the swimming.
Yeah, because I'm sure they've tested this final before, I'm sure, and they were just like, yeah, this is too much swimming even for us or whatever. So they're just like,
Let's give him a boat. Let's give him a skidoo.
We'll give him something at least.
Yeah. But yeah, so then I got here facts, Rachel, because Rachel points out that, and we said this at the very beginning of the season too, when we did the cast preview and everything. The women this season were light years better than the males.
Yeah.
In everything. And Rachel said, like, can I be competing with the guys? Because, like,
they'd be beating all the guys.
They've been beating all the guys.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, every girl finished ahead of a guy at one point. Or most of the,
yeah, I think,
with the exception of Jordan, because
Jordan was the only one that was, he was the only one consistently ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
He was the only strong one out of the guys remaining.
Yeah. And at least in the second,
he was the only one that gave the other guys a run for their money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in this second day, Jenny and Jordan showed up often, like around the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she was keeping up with the swim. He must have held back in the second day.
Yeah, but he still dominated.
Yeah, it was not even close.
It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't even remotely close. One of the things too that was, like I said, Rachel was absolutely right. Like, this was, and we said it right from the start that the women were stronger than the men.
Yeah.
This season, like, Era 2's females was like the most stacked Era team of females you could ever get in a challenge. Era 3, sort of, and Era 4, a little bit, and then Era 1 just had Rachel to kind of carry it.
Yeah.
But it was still one of the most stacked group of females we've ever had. So, I mean, until Challenge All-Stars 5, of course.
Well, I was gonna say, because we think the same thing, like the women's side on All-Stars 4 was was more stacked than the guys' side.
Absolutely.
It seems like now it's the female sides of this is getting more and more stacked, where the men's side of this is deteriorating, it seems. Or has that always been the case? I don't know.
No, that has always been the case. I would say, like, earlier seasons, definitely. There's always there's definitely like a handful of seasons where the guys would throw missions or challenges to get some of the girls out because you knew they were pretty weak. So it hasn't always been like that. I think now we're just seeing kind of the scale balance the other way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here for it. Like, give it to me. Like just give it to me. Like, I'm here for it. And then I got here Smart Jordan, because Jordan stops to catch his breath a little bit.
Yeah, but that moment of resting kind of caught up to him because everybody showed up really quickly after that.
Yeah, really. And who knows how long he was resting for too. Like, he could have been resting for like 10 minutes before anyone showed up. And then Johnny told somebody to shut up, and I got here, bananas, bitch stole my line.
I think he told Jenny to shut up. He told Jenny to shut up a few times in this episode.
Yeah, he told Jenny to shut up, and it's like, you stole my line. I say shut up. You don't say shut up.
Someone else, I don't remember. Someone else had stolen your line before. I know
TJ?
it was Laurel.
Lots of people stole my line.
Laurel Takara back in All Stars 4.
Yeah, that was like a year ago now, Tommy.
Shut up.
I know. I was waiting for that too. I was literally waiting for that episode so I could like be like, because I saw it in the because we saw it in the trailer,
Right.
and I was like waiting for it so I could be like, bitch stole my line. So, but yeah, and then we have not true Kylan, because Kylan gets up to the thing or swims the thing. He's like, I could make up some ground here on these guys. As he gets there, all the guys are leaving.
Yeah.
The checkpoint as he gets there. Yeah, Kylan, this isn't going to work out for you the way you think.
Poor guy. I kept you guys in the loop this week. I tried to get him on the show, I guess specifically this episode, but fingers crossed maybe for next episode. Or maybe for like a random...
Like just a random
just interview day.
A random interview? Totally.
Yeah.
Totes, man. Totes. Yeah, we don't need them. We don't need them.
Well, just so you know, we don't get All Stars back for until 2 more weeks. So we have a week off technically.
I was gonna say, are we?
Yeah, we're not talking. No, we're not talking the reunion. I'm not even gonna watch the reunion. Honestly, it's just gonna be bananas saying, "Look at my angels! Look how amazing they are! Like, see, my angels did it. Their carnival was the best." No, Rachel just got 5 from everyone in Era 1, and everyone was just weird with their numbers.
Yeah.
And Amanda, she was supposed to give Michelle a 5, and she gave her a 0 or a 1. Because I guess you can't give anybody a 0.
Yeah,
negative numbers didn't.
So...
1 through 5.
Yeah, I know negative numbers didn't exist.
She's just so irrelevant.
I got here, get it, Tori. Tori's in the lead, and then I also got would they Tori, but I don't remember why I wrote would they Tori.
Maybe she was worried about them catching up to her.
Maybe
I was gonna say either that or slow down so she could pass them or beat them. Sorry, audience. We wish we took better notes. I wish I took something.
There you go. I wish I did do the shut up count right after I did took my notes to where the shut up count was literally the only thing in my brain. And then I got here again with Jordan's left hand, which we can move on from because we already touched on it.
Yeah.
Diego explained it, and I guess this was the greatest Where's Waldo ever because no one noticed it but me up until this point. This is the first time it's ever been noticed on history of the challenge.
Yeah. During this portion of the final, Michelle was having lots of problems. She couldn't get on the raft. She had to kind of help her.
Yeah.
And she couldn't get her boat in the water. She had to kind of help her again. And then she gets in the water. She loses her oar. She was having all kinds of problems this time. But this round.
Something I do remember is Kylan helped Rachel out trying to get up on the raft or whatever. And I was just like,
yep.
I think I even tweeted out too, saying something along the lines of Rachel wants to dog Kylan all season or whatever, but wants to take his help whenever she can or whatever. Like, kind of a
make it make sense. Like
a hypocritical type of thing to do for her. I feel like.
I mean, she's friends with Bananas, who's a walking hypocrite. So
true.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure on the Bananas podcast, she kind of dogged Kylan a little bit too.
Yeah, what the heck, girl?
I know he's all like helping her out and stuff. Like, you have to do that.
Because I wrote Kylan because Kylan's here is helping Michelle out, then he's helping Rachel out, and he doesn't have to help these people out.
Yeah,
like, I mean, he has to help Michelle out because Michelle is his buddy, but he doesn't have to help Rachel. Rachel could have been like,
he could just left her there.
Get up there. I mean, Rachel has all these giant guns. Like, why don't you use them? Like, Michelle has these noodle arms. Like, she needs help getting up. You have these giant guns. What do you need help getting up for?
Another thing that I noticed, I was like, when Jordan picked out his oar, it had like the end on it to where I feel like it would help leverage him or help him in rowing the boat, but turns out like no.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a hand like his, it's kind of hard to row, honestly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's
I mean,
even more impressive that he still finished first.
yeah. I figured though that it would that the oar that he picked, because there was oars like with different ends on them, but I figured the one that he picked though, I thought that was strategical in his picking or whatever, and I was just like, that seems like a Jordan move. I feel like he picked that oar on purpose. But then, regardless, I guess no matter what oar he picked, it was still wasn't gonna work, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. We also, so then I got good plan Michelle, because Michelle wants to get ahead of everybody. Then poor Michelle, because Michelle then literally has everything fall apart on her. She can't get the boat off the thing. She loses an
loses an
oar. Like I
oar.
said, it was just a rough day for Michelle.
Yeah,
Let me
especially
tell
because she
ya.
did so well in that swim. She got there first and did everything. She was pretty much ahead of everybody at one point, and then she just kind of lost it.
It should have been Michelle and Jordan winning this season. It really should have. And then I got here, at least Kylan got a boat. Because Kylan doesn't have to
Has been
swim the
asking for
rest
a
of
boat.
this. Yeah, he literally been asking for a boat, and at least for like for 2 of these, he doesn't have to swim back. And then we'll get to something hilarious that happens later. And then I got here at least, baby Jordan lol, because they kind of show Jordan a blast from the past with Jordan on free agents, and he looks like all baby faced. And it's like, oh, little baby Jordan, so cute. Want to like pinch his cheeks. And plus, I like that he told Johnny to get his stripes, because Johnny needs his stripes.
Yeah.
He needed his stripes. No, he doesn't. We're all glad Johnny didn't get his 8th win.
Yeah.
And then I got here lol Kylan, because Kylan is rowing the boat and he's singing the song that they were singing yesterday. And what I really wanted was him to row the boat in singing the song and having everyone tell him to shut up. That would have been hilarious. Like, we've heard enough of this song.
Yeah.
I would be here for it. I would not. I got what am I trying to say? I could be here all day listening to the song, singing the song myself. There we go.
Yeah, like I said, I still want the single version of Tori singing it. Like, that needs to be released as a single on Spotify, like today.
There you go.
Like,
message her, she might do it.
I feel like that. I was gonna say, I feel like that might be copyright, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this song is like public domain, though. I feel like they wouldn't pick a song that would have copyright issues.
Yeah.
Perhaps. I don't know.
Maybe.
The way to go home.
That would be messed up if we had it all memorized.
That would
we would just start singing it to the audience. We would lose every viewer we had.
Yes, we would. And then I got here lol TJ, because after he gives him the thing, he says, "Okay, do you see that beach over there? Come join me for a drink on that beach." And they are all worried.
Yeah.
They are all freaking the hell out.
I would be too. Like, I was thinking, I think I tweeted out, I said something along the lines of, "Sure, TJ," or something like that. I don't know.
I thought he was going to bring back the shake from 39. Or the protein drink from 39, the beet juice.
Yeah.
What was it? Beet juice and something? I forget what it was. It was beet juice and
I don't even remember.
Mayo.
Either that or the cockroach. No.
I think it was beet juice and mayo.
The cockroach is that Ace let free at the end. That's what that's what it would have been.
There you go. I mean, I'm here for him. So they swim to the island. Jordan gets there first, because Jordan gets there first all the time. And then it finds out that it's math leisure. Basically, they just have to sit there, do a math equation, and then they get to go.
Well, they have to compete with one of the next person that showed up behind them. So whoever gets it faster gets to go.
Yeah, exactly. And then lol Jordan, because Jordan's like, "What the hell's wrong with TJ? Like he gave us coconut water.
Yeah.
And I like that he didn't give him anything gross, honestly.
I was disappointed. Not gonna lie.
And you know what? I actually thought of you because I was like,
Here's the eating
Diego,
challenge.
this is your eating challenge.
I mean, to be fair though, we did say that it might have probably would have been problematic with all the swimming that they've been doing to make him do an eating challenge.
Yeah,
because of cramps and whatnot. Although I'm 99,
yeah, could have been.
although I'm 99% sure that's a myth. Isn't it a myth?
I have no idea.
Like I could have swore the
Not heard
eating.
that before.
I could have swore the waiting 30 minutes thing is actually just like a myth.
You know, I think that's what they just told us just to like pick on us.
No, I thought they just told you that to scare you into not eating before you swim.
I have no idea.
So you don't throw up in the water.
I've never experienced it before.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't swim, so I don't know.
That's what confuses me because I'm just like, is this real or is this not? Like, I'm gonna look it up on Mythbusters.
There you go.
There you go.
I feel like there is a Mythbusters episode out there with it. Like there has to be, right? You'd think.
I would hope so.
So yeah, but I got lulled, Jordan, because like I said, Jordan says there's something wrong with TJ because they just gave him coconut water. It's legit coconut water. I'm here for it. And then I got here. You could do some of these math equations were so simple that they're writing out.
Yeah,
writing out. You didn't have to use the write out.
It was just there for help, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
I didn't think they needed. Like it felt like they didn't need it. Like I mean, some of the ones like some of the 68 divided by this times this was.
I think Michelle.
I mean,
did it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to do all of them in my head, but I also wasn't sleep deprived of swimming like 50,000 miles already.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know.
We're sipping our coconut water in our homes.
Yeah.
We're drinking our beers and just chilling back like sup and doing the math. And plus, you and me watched the episode twice.
Yeah.
So I feel like we would have had it memorized after the first time.
Well, so here's the thing.
Blanket Tommy coming in.
I'm not a math whiz. I mean, I'm good at math, but I'm not as quick at math as everyone else is. Like, I would have been the bananas in this situation because
having to wait for Kylan to swim back.
Well, just like missing all the answers or whatever because everyone answers that stuff before me. Because I mean, like I said, I'm good at math. It takes me a second to for it to register in my head. Like when Diego said that he was answering them, watching the episode, I'm just thinking like, okay, yeah, I would have to sit there and think about it. And by the time that they answered, I would just been like, I wasn't even finished with the equation.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be just Diego. It's me too, buddy.
Oh my god.
Like I would have literally so you would be the bananas in the situation having to sit and wait for my slow ass to swim back.
Yeah. Like I would have dominated you in a swim.
Yeah, I've been like see ya.
Terrible.
Oh jeez. But yeah, so then I got here wall Michelle because Michelle just can't catch a break with this. She's trying to beat everybody, but everyone's beating her. And then she gets to Derek and she's like, Derek, let me have it. And Derek's like, no.
Well, didn't he say something like
he initially said yes.
Yeah,
initially he agreed to help.
After no. And plus Michelle was taking forever to get it.
That would have been me.
Like Michelle was writing it out, taking forever to Derek. Meanwhile, Derek's has it done already.
I saw someone. Sorry, go ahead.
Bananas at this.
I saw someone dogging on Michelle, saying she cheated her entire way through this season. I'm like, did you even watch? Did we watch the same season?
They did. No, Michelle.
I had to laugh at. I had to react at that post because I'm like, there ain't no way. There ain't no way.
Like, why did it? What was the reasoning behind that? Like, that doesn't
I
make any.
don't remember. All I saw, like I was reading the comments and everything too, and they were just kind of laughing along with or at her because I'm just like they were like, how did she cheat? She socially made her way through this game.
Yeah, social. It's not cheating.
Yeah,
She made friends
Yeah.
and she got help from the people.
yeah.
That's not cheating. That's playing with the cards you're dealt. You're literally dealt a certain hand when playing this game, and you use the hand you're dealt.
Yeah.
And I mean, and even too, I feel like would a lot of people also say the same thing about last season too? Because she made it through that season with relative ease. Like,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
like, I would say last season more than this season.
Yeah, totally.
This
30M
season,
was a much easier season
I'd
for her
actually
to
earn it.
navigate than this one. This one, she actually had to
Yeah.
go. She was in 3 eliminations. I mean, this was a struggle for her to even
Yeah.
get here.
I would agree. But I put no, Derek, don't. Like, do not let her beat you in this, especially because, like I said, Bananas is behind him. Like, he needs to stay ahead of
Yeah.
Bananas. We needed Derek finishing second. We could not have Bananas finishing second. That man's ego would have just been through the roof. Annoying.
It's already through the roof, no matter what. But
True.
But I digress.
And then we get Michelle versus Bananas. The showdown we've all been waiting for.
And a math problem.
Michelle beats him relatively easily, I might add. At a relatively easy problem that both me and Diego probably did it in our heads relatively quickly.
Yes.
And Tommy would have taken 24 hours.
I would have gotten one answer right. Somewhere
Yeah.
down the line.
So then Bananas has to go head to head with Kylan. First, he has to wait for Kylan to get there because Kylan still isn't there yet.
Yeah.
So he's just chilling, and then he's like, "Let's match wits." And then Kylan, who I don't even think used the board either,
I'm sure he didn't.
it just obliterates him.
I mean, he's called Kylan the Calculator. Like I knew, I just when they cut to commercial break, when after TJ asked the question, I was just like, I don't know why you're doing this. There's no suspense being built up right now because we already know Kylan's gonna kick Banana's ass.
Yeah. That seemed like a bad place for a commercial break. Although I watched it on streaming the day after, so like there was no commercial, but I saw where the commercial breaks are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that seems like a bad spot for it. And I got here, lol, go Kylan, because now Bananas, and this is just like this made my heart melt a little bit because I get to watch this complete a-hole of a man have to sit there while Kylan swims back. And as like I think Tori or Michelle pointed out, like that could take all night.
It's Tori, she said that. Yeah.
Tori, yeah.
Yeah. Even TJ. Do you notice that even TJ left Bananas there by himself?
Yeah, TJ. Well, TJ's not staying there with them. He's like, no, bye-bye. Like, and how did TJ even get there before them?
I was gonna say, I know, right? I had the same question. No, we didn't see TJ swim. TJ, come on, participate in the final.
We didn't even see how he got there.
I'm sure by boat or something, but you know what? I thought it was funny. There we go. I thought it was funny that the production had to tell Bananas when it was time to swim back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a host using a skidoo is funny for me because you guys don't have a lot of Survivor experience, I know, but there's this reunion. There's a finale of one of the seasons. I think it's season 4 or season 5, or maybe it was 4. I don't remember. But after he read the votes, he goes, "I'm going to go read them in a certain city." And what they did was they made you think that he went from, I think, the Marquesas back to the U.S. on a skidoo. So Jeff Probst hops on a skidoo with the urn and then goes, and then they cut to him still on the Skidoo going through the ocean to LA or New York or wherever they were filming. And I'm like, no, that's not a thing. And that just
yeah.
I want to see
silliness.
TJ on a Skidoo. Or maybe TJ was testing out those underwater jet skis.
The little scooters, the
little
water scooters.
Yeah,
nah, he would have been wet. He would have been wet by the time he got to the island or the little.
We didn't see if he was wet or not. We barely saw him.
He was dry.
He was. Yeah, he was
dry. Okay. Yeah. All right, fair. But then I got here at a girl fits because Michelle beats the swim to where she finishes second.
Yeah, that's really impressive, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that was highly awesome.
Because both Tori and Rachel had pretty good lead on her. Yeah, Rachel went.
Beat her and...
Yeah, Rachel beat her, and then Tori beat her, then Derek beat her, and then finally she was able to beat Bananas to get going. So they had a pretty good start on her, and the fact she came back and beat them both, that's pretty good.
And then I got here, no shit, Rachel, because Rachel then notices Michelle is not
passed
there.
Her by.
Yeah, just passed her by. And I am blown away by the fact that Rachel didn't even notice the whole time that she was not second anymore, that she was fourth or third.
Third, yeah.
Yeah. And then I got here, well, that could take all night. So yeah, and because that was hilarious. And then so now we get to the final checkpoint. So Kylan doesn't finish last in this checkpoint, which I think was great. And then we get to the final checkpoint where they have to swim to a barge, get their Skidoo or whatever you want. I don't know what it's called. Jet
water
ski,
scooter,
Skidoo,
underwater
scooter, underwater scooter, whatever.
There we go.
Underwater scooter, fine. They had to get it. They had to take it to a cave, find a medallion, and then go back to Sinister.
Yep.
Which, spoiler alert, nothing's changed from last week. I still want Sinister. Or nothing's changed from 2 weeks ago. I still want Sinister.
Yeah.
Give me this boat, please. And yeah, so then I got here. There you go, Rachel. And I can't remember why I wrote. Oh, because Rachel beat all the guys and was proud of herself for beating all the guys.
Well, I mean, the girls were beasting in swims.
They
at least compared to except for Jordan.
Yeah, other than Jordan, every other girl beat all these guys at these swims.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was about to say,
frankly, everyone beat Kylan in the swim, but
yeah.
Rachel should have been more worried about the girls because all the girls would be her.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So ultimately, they all complete this task in relatively quick time, and I mean, there was really nothing of substance. All this with all the unless you, Diego, you have something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the only thing is really that Michelle really killed this one. I mean, she got there with Jordan, found that her token or medallion real fast, and was pretty much the first one to leave. Even she was even beating Jordan, if I remember correctly. No, Jordan just I
think she was ahead of Jordan for like a little bit there, but
yeah.
I mean, 6 1/2 dozen others. She doesn't need to beat Jordan to get there. She just beat all the women.
Yeah.
I would have loved for them to say that this is going to be a one champion final, but then Jordan probably would have won.
Yeah, Jordan would have destroyed it. Yeah, he had by and large the biggest lead ever.
True.
He didn't place first on like what, 2 checkpoints?
The counting, and I think that might have been it.
I think another one.
No, I think he just won the karma vote.
I swear he could have like.
No, he only won. Like Derek only won the counting.
I don't know.
Yeah, for the guys, I think Jordan took all of them except for the counting.
I don't know. I didn't take.
Yeah.
I didn't take notes.
I mean, I could look back at my notes, but I'm pretty sure Jordan was first in all of them except for the counting.
Okay. Maybe I'll catch it in there.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
because in
catch
this
it in the.
one,
Sorry.
yeah, because in this one it was Michelle and Jordan were first, Bananas and Rachel were second,
Mhm.
Tori and Derek were third, and Jenny and Kylan were last.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and I like I said, I feel like no, Derek only won one, and I think he also won the karma vote. Like he got the most votes, the karma thing. But we all
Yeah.
saw that coming a mile away
Hmm.
because Derek is like the nicest human being on the face of this earth. And so then they are all back on the boat, and TJ said, "You guys just ran one of the hardest finals in challenge history." And I got here, was it TJ? Because I feel like this. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experiences with finals as you guys do, but I feel like this couldn't have been the hardest one they've ever had. Because the
Yeah.
last
No,
day seemed like all easy
no,
stuff.
he always says that about all the finals.
Yeah.
But I would say
Okay, fair.
I would say this is. I'd say it's top five most difficult. I don't know if I mean the most difficult one that they ever say it is World of Worlds 1. It's probably the one that's been the most difficult. Most people say.
There you go.
And there's a few others. There's been a few others that have been pretty hard. Um, this might rank top five, maybe. I mean, just because of all the swimming. The checkpoints weren't terribly hard, but the swimming is probably what would make this really a grueling final.
Yeah.
And
So
that's fair. I mean, I don't know. I just, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't think it would be that hard. I mean, compared to All Stars 4 finals, like night and day. Because like the All Stars
yeah,
4 is just a carnival.
yeah, a lot of carnival games basically on that one.
Yeah. And then we get one of the first shots up of this episode, and it goes to Laurel because I
To
think Laurel
Laurel,
gave, I forget who she gave, because they were showing the karma votes,
probably gave Michelle
and
a one.
no,
She gave Bananas a one.
it was giving one of the guys a one.
But
I think it
well,
was
I know she gave Bananas
Derek,
one. Kylan?
maybe Kylan, yeah, Kylan or Derek or Jordan.
No, she gave Jordan a five.
Okay, I
She
thought it was
wanted Jordan to
Kylan
win.
or Derek then.
It must have been Kylan, I think.
Yeah,
I think her and Derek are, for the most part, on okay terms
and then
ish.
lol Kara, because I think she gave someone a one and gave him the Bananas a one. This one.
Yeah.
And said, "This is for Sarah."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I forget. That was somebody else who said this one. I think it was Naya. I can't remember. I actually can't remember who said it.
Yeah, I don't
But
remember.
the Kara, when she said this is for Sarah, I was like, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Like
I
that
knew
was,
I was a Sarah or a Car fan for a reason.
yeah, like that was just like the perfect thing. And everyone knows Sarah is a friend of this podcast. We love her here.
Hmm.
She can do no wrong. And
The fact that he's still placed though is kind of disappointing because he did get some portion of a prize
Yeah,
winning,
that money.
yeah,
but
Yeah.
I will say though, Kylan was a bit. I'll skip over the after. I'll skip the Jordan played amazing, so we can get back to that in a second. But Kylan is a class act because Kylan said in his confessional, he's like he didn't want the karma votes to have him take third place away from Bananas. He doesn't want them
Yeah.
to. He doesn't want to take the torch. He wants to be passed the torch.
and see that's the thing too. How like I've mentioned it before numerous times of how do you want to win? Kylan wants to win the honorable way,
Yeah.
not the cheating or skating by way. He
Mhm.
doesn't want a handout to win. He wants to
Yeah.
win by like naturally taking these guys out, like how Jordan did. He wants to be the
Yeah.
next Jordan. So that's an honorable way of how Kylan wants to win, and I can respect that out of him.
Yeah, I absolutely like say what I'll say everything about. I'll dog Bananas all day long. I'll give him shuts up for days. But Kylan doing that, like he's a big person for it because I
Mhm.
feel like I would want to
Yeah.
take it away from Bananas. I would
Yeah.
want my karma votes to take away from Bananas, but Kylan is absolutely right. Like it shouldn't be. That should not be the case.
Yeah.
And then attaboy Derek, because Derek finishes second, and he talks about how he doesn't want to be he's not a layup. Like spoiler alert, guys, he's not a layup.
No, he had a
He's
really
not?
big
Do that
season.
anymore. He's had 2 great seasons.
Mm-hmm.
All-Stars
Yeah.
4 and this one were just light years. I'm assuming light years better than any of his other seasons because I have never seen him in any other seasons.
He's barely been in any other seasons, basically. He's
Yeah.
usually one of the first ones out.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I read a post earlier or the other day or something saying he was one of the players that has played the most but has never won anything. So
Mhm.
for him to break this mold, he finally breaks away from that stat.
Yeah. And we skipped over this, but we'll talk. Jordan literally played the perfect game. No eliminations. Like, I think like 6 or 7 challenge wins.
I think
He
he
was
had 6
saying, and
challenge. Yeah, 6
first
dailies.
place
Yeah.
in everything in the final, with the exception of just the overnight crapshoot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like literal definition of the perfect game.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, the Karma votes had no effect on his standings, or at least in the men's standings. Like all the men stayed where they were after the Karma votes.
Yeah.
So he politically played at least well enough that no one hated him.
Yeah, so he was protected. Basically, he made the deal with Rachel. Like, Rachel made like a backup deal with him, so he was protected on that end. I don't know where he's still with Jenny, but obviously with Tori, she's going to protect him whenever she can.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just luckily like all he had to do was just sit back this season and just kick his feet up because Bananas was the one going around stirring the pot, riling everyone up.
Yeah.
So everyone, as long as you're not the most hated person on like for that week or whatever, I think you're safe to say you're good. Unless you like come into last place and then like, oh, I have a chance of going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
Jordan also I would say he even volunteered himself a couple times to be a target in those days. He actually won and got himself safe. So even when he was in any sort of when he even got put himself in danger, he was able to dodge that bullet.
And the only person who put him into elimination was Michelle, or put him into a target was Michelle, and then he went on to. I think it was, or no, that day it was one of the times he was targeted. Michelle was the only other person, was one of the only people who puts him in, and one of them was he beat. Like he literally was between him or Bananas who was going in because Nehemiah got purged, and Bananas
And he got
decided to
first,
cut his
right?
toenails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nehemiah got purged, and then the next time he was in as a target, he won the daily. I think it was that car daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that car daily because then Derek and Corey had to face off in elimination against each other.
Mm-hmm.
But Jordan, like season 40 was just Jordan's. So now this is Jordan's 5th win.
And people are going around saying that's his 4th because they don't count spinoffs. And I'm just like, how not? Did he not win world championship? Sorry, this is going to be about to be a rant, probably.
No, you're good. No, I'm with you.
Because, okay, so Eric, I don't expect you to know this exactly, but Diego, follow along here. I'm sure you already know this anyway. Champs versus stars, champs versus pros, whatever, spinoff seasons. Sure, that's a championship, but the money did not go to the champions of those seasons. The money went directly to charity. They may have gotten an appearance fee, but they don't count that appearance fee as like, oh, a championship if you make it to the very end and win or whatever.
Okay.
But the spinoffs, like such as Argentina or Australia, the World Championship, yes, those are
USA
counted
1,
as
USA
actual USA 1 and USA 2 because that money actually goes to the competitors who won that season or placed a final. However, they decided to divide those placements or earnings. So I don't know. That discussion has just been coming up a lot here lately, and I want to.
Has that discussion been coming from Matt?
Oh no! So
okay, because Matt literally has said that to me. Like, I've only ever seen 2 seasons of the challenge, 3 seasons of the challenge because I only watched 30 or 4 because I only watched 32, 38, 39, and 40.
Matt.
But I've seen World Championship, both USA's. few All-Star seasons. Like, I feel like I've seen like more. Like, I've seen like 10 seasons at this point.
I got a message from Matt here, real quick.
Okay, go. You do
Sorry
that
you
all
couldn't
the
be. Sorry you couldn't be here right now. But I just want you to know, it is on site. If I ever meet you. Oh my god, I'm taking this way too seriously. Matt, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
They're
you're
wins.
good.
They count as a win. It's Jordan's 5th
Yeah.
win.
Yeah,
I would
I
say it's his
agree with
fifth
you.
one. Yeah, the USA, like you said, the USA's, the global ones, and the world champions would all count for a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stars
Kaz,
versus pros, and all those, not.
yeah.
Here's a couple differences between why one and why the pros ones, the versus pros, whatever. They usually stayed at a hotel. They got fine dining. They got,
They got
it wasn't a real challenge where they were isolated in some random ass place
yeah.
with no
They
contact with anybody.
they even got
Yeah,
like contact. Like they could still have their phones in, like Brooke Hogan
yeah,
called her dad in the middle of an episode.
yeah. So
I
So
mean, technically, in
there's a
the
big.
regular seasons of the challenge, they can call home every now and then.
well yeah,
She
but
had her
even
cell phone.
then,
She could call whatever she wanted, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, fair.
Yeah.
I would like to point out the number is 9. I've seen 9 seasons. 30 now, 32, 38, 39, 40, All-Stars 3, All-Stars 4, World Championship, USA 1, USA 2. That's 9. And Matt, it is 9. Matt will say I only seen 4. That's why I thought you had this argument with Matt, because this is something Matt does
no.
all the time.
There's
And I
this
feel like we
podcast.
say him enough times, he might show up. Like
There's
you.
Matt, show up. I'm so ready for you, boy. No, no, there's this podcast I listened to directly after the airing of the show, and they have a chat that me and some others like are chiming in on, and they're saying like Jordan has 4 wins, and I'm just like, what are you talking about? It's 5, and they show me the wiki page, the challenge wiki page, and they only show me like the flagship 4 championships, and I'm just like, nah, scroll down. There's another one. Stop telling part of the story.
Yeah, really. So Jordan's won World Championship this season, and what were his other 3?
Rivals 3. I mean, X's 3.
2.
2.
X
Oh yeah,
is
2.
2.
Duh. X's 2. Yeah, X's 2.
Dirty 30.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah,
Dirty 30
Dirty
one
30,
broken
because
leg.
that was on there. Dirty
Yeah.
30 was 4. What was 5?
And World of the Worlds 2.
Oh, War of the Worlds. Yeah, okay, that's the one I was missing.
Yeah.
But hey, I've seen 9 seasons of the challenge. I've almost seen 10 now. Once I watch All Stars 5, I'll have seen 10.
You're basically a veteran.
No, still no. I don't count myself as a veteran until I've seen every season I've missed, which is gonna never happen. But until I see every season that's on CTV, which is up to Fresh Meat 2, I won't. Okay, but yeah, so then I got here. Y'all were dicks to Michelle because some of the numbers Michelle was getting was just terrible. Like some people were giving her 2s and 1s and 0s, and it's like, what are you guys doing?
You're not getting anything out of this. Why are you ranking her lower?
Well, I'm pretty sure I know. I mean, I have a pretty good idea why. She was coming off a season where she was kind of the bad guy, or at least aligned with the bad guy of the season. So a lot of the people who were getting off early or like leaving earlier in the season, that's all they really had to go on. And second, I mean, she was an Era 4. Nobody any 1s and 3s were not going to give Era 4 any good points. No reason to.
Yeah. Also worth noting, Paulie's an asshole.
Like, did he give Michelle the pointers?
He was giving he gave Torio 1 and said F the Vacation Alliance. It's like, no, buddy, what's wrong with you?
I'm trying
And
to
like
think
was
of.
giving. I think he even gave Michelle a 1 too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could have seen him just giving Cara Maria a 5 and everybody else 1s. I could see
Fair.
that happening.
Yeah.
I mean, but she didn't make it. She almost made it, but she didn't make it. I wonder how she would have done in that.
Really, should have been with Kylan. Them two would have been together. That's how bad it would have been.
No, I meant like in terms of the
Oh,
karma.
the karma votes?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
it's
think
really
she.
hard.
She'd have. I think for her it'd be lots of 1s and a lot of 5s.
Yeah.
I don't think you get a lot in between in there.
But I kind
Because
of wanted to see her make the final with Kylan, just because then they could have helped each other with the bad swimming. At
there
least
you go.
Kylan would have had somebody with him.
Right? He wouldn't have been alone.
I read a stat that Cara is tied with Kenny with most final appearances in a row, which is 6. Like it's been a while since Cara consecutively. It's been a while since Cara's been eliminated before a final. Or eliminated in general. Like for the past 6 seasons that she was on, before this season, she's made every final.
Yeah.
So
I think
then
I think I know what stat you're talking about too. I think the one right behind her. Who is it? That's so surprising.
I can't remember. I just saw that and it just clicked, but I.
Yeah. So if Kenny ever would come back and make a final, he'd actually have that record.
Yeah.
I don't know who Kenny is.
Watch Fresh Meat 2. Fresh Meat 2.
Yeah.
You'll know who Kenny is.
Oh yeah, I've seen 2 episodes of it.
Yeah, he was a staple of the show for a while until him and Evan got into.
Wait, they did something really bad.
Okay, I don't want to know. But wait, do we count Fresh Meat 2 as a season I've watched since I've watched 2 episodes, or do I have to get through the whole season for it to count?
Yeah, I have to get through the whole season. Yeah,
it's only like what, 10 episodes?
All right,
yeah, fine. If that. Yeah, it's an easy watch.
Yeah.
They used to be a lot easier to watch than these seasons now.
Yeah.
All right, fair. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I can get through 39, I can get through any season.
Yeah. It's like half as long.
If I can get through 32, I can get through any season.
There you go.
So then we get to the barf moment. And what a joke. Because ultimately, so TJ reveals, this is where it gets gnarly, folks. Tori finished 4th. So Tori gets no money. Michelle was 1 point away from making it a 3-way tie for the win.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's gnarly. But
how crazy would it have been 4 champions in one season?
It's never been done.
Well, it has been big, but it's been done with the group final when they had.
I was joking, Diego.
When they had team finals.
Diego, I know, I'm joking. But yeah, and then ultimately, so Michelle finishes 3rd, and then for our second place is concerned, there is no second place. You both tied. Now, I feel like they should have had a tiebreaker.
Yeah, the tiebreaker should. How many first places did you get?
Yeah,
Jenny would have destroyed Rachel.
Yeah, or give him another math problem.
No, they just wanted to give Rachel her 3rd win.
So this is basically like, what's that season where Bananas got his 7th win when it was supposed to be just a solo win?
Oh, with Jenny and Bananas, it was Total Madness.
Total Madness, okay.
Yeah, it was Total Madness.
This was basically just Total Madness all over again.
Pretty much, and Jenny got screwed over in both of them, by the way.
Kind of hilarious. It's Total Madness called Total Madness because this was Total Madness because it was, call it spade a spade. Production just wanted to give Rachel another win. That's all this was. They wanted their sole Air 1 person to come all the way back to win the whole season.
So, especially how far she made it with her being the only one, with how early the Air 1 got taken out.
So one of the conspiracy theories I've heard is that they knew how the color punch had already panned out, and they rigged it to be 2 checkpoints instead of 1 checkpoint just to give her that extra uh, push to be as high as she was.
Hmm.
Now imagine if it was only one checkpoint, then
That
it
would,
becomes a
yeah,
little bit more even.
yeah.
I mean, I think
That wouldn't have surprised me.
yeah,
That literally wouldn't have surprised me if that was the case because she went from third to tied for first.
yeah.
Like that's
And then in
just
my notes, I have
yeah,
Rachel with an asterisk.
yeah. Rachel's an asterisk. Rachel's a forever asterisk. And like I said, if you'd asked me at the beginning of this season when we were doing the cast preview, I would have loved this.
Yeah.
And Tommy, you stayed off the spoilers this season, right? Good for you, buddy. I'm proud of you. Hang on. You did good, kid. You did good. And my final note is shut your mouth up, Johnny. Because Johnny is
Oh,
basically saying that this is poetic justice to Tori and Michelle. That Rachel and Jenny beat them both, and it's like you need to just shut your mouth hole.
no,
Newsflash.
Jenny beat them. Rachel did not. Well, she beat Tori, but that's a
Mhm.
whole different thing.
So here's
Jenny-
the thing.
Jenny,
Newsflash, bananas. You didn't win either.
yeah,
Right?
go yourself, bananas.
Yeah,
Seriously,
my only
bananas.
note on bananas.
Just
Yeah,
annoying.
yeah. My only note on bananas is like I just wrote bananas is a piece of shit. That's all I wrote.
Yeah, no, I concur. Hang on, I'm just counting something out because we're going to the shut up count, and I just want to count out how many out of 40 got shut ups. So I'm literally numbering them.
Show me the way to go,
Go
home.
Now imagine
Tired and I want to go to
bed.
so you know that in the not the last checkpoint, but the checkpoint right before where they had to get the oar and go row the
Yeah.
boat, the canoe, and whatever, where Michelle was just having all kinds of problems. She was in first place getting to the raft. If she had stayed in first place, this would have been a non-issue.
Yeah. Poor Michelle. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's rough. All right. Are we ready for the shut up count?
Yes.
Let's do
As
it.
I said, this is every shut up count of every episode that I made appearances on. So this isn't including all the episodes that I missed this season or this season of podcasting. So let's start with how many out of 40 players do you think got shut ups? Let's start with that.
I'll go 15. No, wait. 14. I'll go one down.
You said how many people out of the 40 got shut ups?
Yeah, how many people got shut ups?
I'm gonna go. No, can't go that low. Can I guess the same number as Diego? No, we need some suspense up in here. Okay, so let's see. He guessed 14. I'm gonna guess 17.
I would say Tommy is actually closer because he's one off. It's 16. But he was over by 1. You were under by 2. And if this is Big Brother, tiebreaker HOH rules, Diego would win.
The Price is Right. I would have lost.
Yeah, Price is Right.
The Price is Right. Yeah.
Price is Right rules. So, do you want me to tell you who all got shut ups?
Reveal it.
Okay. Bananas, Polly, Kyland, Anissa, Laurel, Daryl, Josh, Corey, Devin, Casey, Jordan, Jenny, Rachel, Naya, Theo, Brandon.
Theo
Brandon
only got one,
shut up
right?
at the end.
Theo only got one shut up, right?
Yeah, Theo only got one shut up.
Oh, I was right on that
people
one.
only got one shut up.
Interesting.
Do you want me to reveal who those people are so we can narrow down who got the most?
Just get into it.
Okay. Who do you think got the most?
I mean, it's got to be bananas.
Yeah.
How many do you think he got?
46.
I know he had multiple ones in episodes, in singular episodes.
Yeah, there was somewhere he was literally 5 an episode.
Yeah. I'm going to go 27.
27. He got a total of, drumroll, the season number.
40?
He got 40 exactly.
He
Again, I
averaged
went over.
one per episode. He averaged one per episode. Well, at least episodes that you watched. No, no, I mean, out of the ones you
he was
watched.
literally getting like 3 or 4 an episode at one point, like 2 or 3 and 3 and 4 and like ones every now and then. And it was basically like I said, I was doing the tally thing and I'm scratching it off. Okay, who do we think was second place?
Laurel.
Ooh, yeah, that was gonna be my guess.
Laurel, yes, 13, and I inflated her a little bit because she quit, so I gave her an extra like 5.
Just look at her straight in the eye. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Pretty much. In third, and I'll tell you who got third place. Josh, he had 8.
Okay.
And then Anissa had 4, which is shocking.
I know she was only in like what 2 episodes, right?
True. Yeah.
Oh no, like 3
Kylan
episodes,
actually
like 4
got
episodes.
3 too, but Kylan got 3 at like the beginning of the season, or like the first episode, like first couple episodes, and then stopped because he got better.
He was actually shutting up.
Rachel got 3. Jenny and Jordan got 2.
It's funny Jenny didn't get more.
I'm surprised Jenny didn't get more. And then everyone else got 1. Naya, Theo, Devin, Corey, Daryl, Polly, Casey all got 1. And what do we think the total number was? Total number of shut-ups.
So if Bananas got 40...
Don't try and do the math.
Times 30... or
like 64, 67, somewhere around there, I think.
Okay, you're locked in at 67. I'm not going to give you a second to do your Rain Man shit on us.
I'm going to go 63. I'm going to go lower than Diego this time.
Diego still wins. The correct answer is 83.
83.
Oh my God.
83 shuts up. For a season 40, 16 of 40, so almost half the cast received shut-ups. Bananas received about close to half.
Half of them? Almost half, yeah.
Almost half, and I almost gave him 5 extra for just being an idiot at the end, but when I saw the number was at 40, I'm like, this is actually kind of perfect. I don't want to inflate his because it's kind of hilarious that his ended up being the season number.
Yeah.
Because the last year's shut up count was 39 total. Like the total shut up count was 39. I thought the season was going to be 40, but I guess with Bananas on a season, it's always going to be higher.
Much higher.
much higher. So that was the official Challenge 40 shut up count.
Woohoo!
Not including, like I said, not including all the episodes I wasn't on to podcast about.
Yeah.
Which I think the number would have been a lot higher. The number would have been in the hundreds.
Yeah, easily.
Easily. Like Bananas would have probably had like 60 or 70 at that point. Actually, I don't know. That's hard to tell. I think probably maybe 50. I'd give it like 10 more, maybe. 10 or 15 more. So I'd say about 55 would have been his actual total.
Yeah.
Laurel sits... I'm surprised Laurel didn't get more, to be honest with you. Like, Laurel just got 13 and then stopped. But
well, yeah, I think
the end.
Yeah.
Like in these last
There's a few episodes where she wasn't really that prominent in.
Yeah.
Especially after that big blow up with Cara Maria.
Yeah.
So.
And then Josh picked up as he got whinier.
Well, that's per usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other big shock is Rachel got 3. Like I didn't think Rachel.
Shocked that she didn't get more. Oh.
Yeah, I'm shocked she didn't get more. Honestly, truly, I'm shocked she didn't get more.
Yeah.
And I'm even more shocked that Anissa ended up with. Actually, I thought Anissa was getting a lot more. Honestly, even in her small stint.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was going to be giving her like a ton.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have 40 people starting out the season.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to be on. She's
There's
gonna
always
be on All Stars.
Yeah, there's always next season. I mean, I need a punching bag for next season. She's prime candidate. There's no bananas, thank God, so I don't have to deal with that nonsense.
I'm surprised he's never even made an appearance on any of the All Stars.
I'm glad.
I think he was supposed to be on 3 or something.
We're not talking about the hypotheticals here, Diego.
Yeah.
No, didn't he win? Yeah, he did. One of the other ones instead. Oh, he did. Ride or Dies instead.
There we go.
I mean, fair. Okay, Tommy, Diego, do you have any last season thoughts? End of season thoughts?
I have.
Well, other than the last CT pro tip, which was don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. I have a note, a mental note of
take notes.
something that's not relating to either season. But Diego, do you have anything else?
Technically, with Rachel's win, she's the 3rd female to get 3 wins under her belt. Michelle killed this final. She got robbed of 2nd place.
She 100% got robbed. She got robbed out of 1st place.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jenny still would have beat her.
Probably.
No matter what.
Yeah, but she got robbed out of 2nd place.
At minimum, she got robbed in 2nd place.
Yeah.
Sucks for her.
Should have been a 3-way winner.
That'd have been. I think I would have hated that more than this. Even if it was Michelle, would have. Yeah, I think I would have. I don't know. You don't get usually ties for 1st place in sports, so. And if the challenge wants to be the 5th sport, that's not how sports roll.
No.
Tori performed very poorly. A lot of us had her predicted.
That's a little bit tough on her, I feel like, too. Like,
yeah.
Kind of.
I guess she just wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
To be fair, though, she did have to sit for 5 hours in an ocean before the final, before the final even started, or 3 hours.
Yeah.
However long the final.
Yeah, it was 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did 3 hours, and then she had to go sleep on like everybody else did, but she was wet. How uncomfortable would that be? And then yeah, and then on the 2nd day, she screwed herself by taking a whole extra hour over everybody else, counting those coins, and then messing up the count, even worse.
Yeah.
So she had 2 rough nights, and then
throwing the coins in.
right. Yeah. So tough.
That would have been me. I would have tried to get this down right away.
Yeah.
I would just been getting the coins in. Try and get through the bag as quickly as possible, and just guess a number. Just pick a number. 69.
There you go. I think it would have been.
That would have been my number.
900.
Even 900. Yeah, 900 over. Yeah, it was around 6,000 something. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. But yeah.
I mean, Jenny was good.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. Somehow she pulled off close to 6,000.
Yeah.
Good enough for 3rd.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, Challenge 40.
Running off of one of Diego's notes, this puts Jordan at most earnings won. He's at the top spot now.
Yeah, he just overtook CT, right?
Yep.
Or is it Bananas that he's? Yeah.
I think Bananas and CT.
Yeah. Well, who's second behind him, CT or Bananas?
CT's now 2nd. Bananas is now 3rd.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Good for him.
Stuff that's not pertaining to Challenge 40. Eric, you don't know her, but Robin Hibbard, it looks like she is getting. Looks like she's gotten clean, and now she's fighting for custody for her kid.
Yeah.
I saw the picture of her and damn, what a transformation.
Right, the side by side from the last her bug shot and from now is such a big difference.
Yeah. Eric, we could talk about this off screen or whatever,
Yeah,
offline.
I was gonna say, I feel like this is an off-air conversation. I don't think this is like a conversation.
I mean, we
Especially
just
since
have
I have
to.
no idea who you're talking about.
We have to show her
It
some.
sounds related.
Yeah. We just have to show her some accolades. I think I pronounced that right. Accolades. I don't know.
Accolades?
Accolades.
Accolades.
Tommy's making up words.
Is that like a new form?
It's not the
Pilates?
first time. Well, the first time I ever heard of the word sabotage, I was like, I saw it on a book, and I was like, sabotage. Okay. Someone had to tell me that it was sabotage, and I'm like, what?
How long?
Did you not ever see the Beastie Boys video Sabotage?
No.
How long did it take, Tommy?
It was a while. Like this is back when I was maybe in middle school, and then I think a year or so later, I don't know, my stepsister said that's sabotage. I don't know, but anyway,
Tommy.
accolades. So stupid. Okay, so relating to All Stars 5, I think I found out based off of Tori's podcast that she was in, I believe, on Challenge Mania. I found out possibly why Ashley and Anissa are partners.
Go on.
Oh yeah.
So this is based off Tori because she's not even really sure why, but because of how Tori got Ashley kicked off of season 37, Spies, Lies, and Allies, for calling Josh like a slur word.
Yeah.
That's some type of relation because they couldn't get Tori on with Ashley. Anissa was the next best thing.
Okay.
Because
That's
obviously Tori
lame.
and Anissa stop. Because obviously Tori and Anissa are close. So
yeah.
By proxy. I cannot with you.
Okay, wait. So Ashley got kicked off for calling Josh a slur in one of the seasons?
Season 37, yeah.
Okay, is this a season I'm able to watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think, like, wasn't she, like, wasn't that the season where a lot of women were getting kicked off and then Ashley got eliminated earlier on in the season, then they ended up bringing her back? Am I thinking of this correctly, Diego? Or wait, no, wait, that was 36 I'm thinking of. I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
Well, there's definitely one of the seasons where a lot of girls got hurt, and then, well, Natalie got pregnant or found out she was pregnant. Nicole got hurt. Yeah. And I'm thinking somebody else got hurt. Yeah, we had like 2 people get hurt, one fine or one challenge. Another person found out she was pregnant. So they lost like 3 girls like that in like probably the first like 5 episodes or something like that.
Yeah. So they ended up bringing Ashley back because she was like one of the first women eliminated earlier that season, and because I don't know why they didn't have any replacements or anything, but they just brought her back. But I don't think it was 37 that she was brought back. I think she was just genuinely playing that game, and then she got kicked off because she called Josh a bad word.
Well, Spies, Lies, and Allies, the one where she got kicked off, right? But I don't remember her on Double Agents. Was she on Double Agents? I don't remember her on Double Agents.
Yeah, because she was the first woman eliminated on Double Agents. I think.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
We can look. We can figure it out.
I'm looking this up right now.
Yeah. I'm lost. I would just like to point that out. I am more blown away by the fact that there's 2 challengers who found out that they were pregnant on a season with Amber on World Championship, and now
Natalie. Yeah,
it's happened multiple times, Eric. So, like, this isn't
actually?
the first. Yeah.
Who said it happened to? I know those 2 were like the most recent ones.
Casey from All Stars.
Oh yeah, Casey and All Stars. That's right.
Natalie. Amber.
Yeah.
There's more. I know there's more. Back in the earlier seasons, like back in Era 1, like when the seasons didn't even hit the double digits in the seasons count or whatever. There's a girl who was able to bring her baby along onto the season, but that
was pretty funny. Kind of ridiculous. Oh, and then the big old hurricane hit at the same time. Anyway, that's a whole other thing in itself.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I think both Michelle and Tori are taking a break from the challenge, at least they're not doing 41.
Okay. I mean, kind of a bummer, but I mean, Michelle's done literally 38, 39, 40, USA 2.
Yeah, she's done a
Or
pretty
38,
long streak of.
USA 2, 39, 40. Like, I think
Mhm.
she has earned a break.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Tori's also done 38 USA
Oh,
2
I think
and
she's like
40.
I
And
I think
done.
she's on like how many seasons in a row she's done? Like it's like 6 or
In a
10?
row, I would have to
Mhm.
say, because she wasn't on 30. She wasn't on Spies, Lies, and Allies.
Mm.
She was on
And she did the World Champions.
not Michelle.
No,
No,
Tori.
Tori.
Oh, Tori. I'm sorry.
Did Tori do World Championship?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
her
thought Tori
partner
didn't do
was
World Championship.
Danny, right?
Danny. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
I am not remembering that
So
season at all.
third. She only missed
did
out on one season.
She did Spies, Lies, and Allies,
she skipped
right?
out on Vendetta. She came in as a mercenary on Vendettas. She did 32,
Mhm.
got eliminated. 33.
Because her
She
partner
wasn't even
sucked on 32.
she wasn't even on 33. So her last season done was then 34, War of the Worlds 2,
She did that one.
Total Madness, Double Agents, because I'm on the Double Agents page right now. I am about to give you some information after I find out.
I always get Double Agents, Spies, Lies, and Allies mixed up. They're so similar, like in
Yeah.
aesthetic.
She was definitely on Spies, Lies, Allies. Ride or Dies, World Championship, USA 2.
She was on 39 for like a hot minute.
39, they didn't have a choice, or she didn't have a choice. So that's like 7 right there.
Mm. And then 40.
Yeah.
40.
So that's like 8 in a row.
Yeah. Regarding Ashley,
Tori and Michelle deserve breaks, is I guess the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm here for it. As much as I would love to keep praising Michelle on these things, we need fresh. I'm wondering how many newbies you're going to have for this new season.
So here's the thing. The one thing I did like about the older seasons is that the cast rotated. Like, we didn't get so many cast members on so many seasons in a row. The cast actually rotated between numerous Road Rules and Real World contestants or cast members. So
yeah, and they're always doing a new Real World or something like that. So always new cast members are coming in all the time.
Yeah.
So people,
that's what I appreciated about the older seasons. I do like seeing some of the faces, like Horacio and Olivia coming back to back. I love, but then again, that's just me being biased, probably. But
do we know if we're gonna ever see Olivia or Horacio again on this? Well, Olivia maybe, but
Horacio said he's done with. I think he said it was done with the series or with the challenge. But who knows? Nerys might convince him otherwise.
Yeah, it might depend on
Nerys is done.
Yeah, how production was able to go to him and Derek with their elimination, that might have turned things around. But with Horacio, we don't know. He seems like that more mellow, chill kind of guy. He seems to be more involved or into that other show, that Exalton or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He seems to be more into that competition show. They may even take care of him better than what the challenge people do. So that might be a factor.
Yeah.
Eric, what are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Don't be changing my name.
Hi.
Okay,
this is when you know I'm off. Like, I'm spacing out when you guys are babbling.
So it was on Double Agents that Ashley was eliminated first, because that was the one where it was like kind of like the Leroy elimination where they were hung upside down like a pig.
Oh yeah.
And had to run the ropes over. She was eliminated first, then she came back. Ashley was brought back into the game prior to the Agent Down challenge as a replacement due to the number of female medical disqualifications. She was partnered with Corey upon her return and then eliminated in episode 5.
Yeah.
And then I'm pulling up Spies, Lies, and Allies now because I know she was on that one. She might have been eliminated naturally, or not naturally, but she may have been. She was eliminated or removed episode 14 out of 20.
Okay. So she made it far in that season.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
Okay. Do we have anything else we want to talk about that is Challenge 40 related?
I don't think so. Not me.
Do we have anything we want to talk about that's challenge related?
I'm ready for All Stars 5.
You and me both, brother. Okay.
I posted the live link in some challenge groups on Facebook while we were live. So maybe we got a couple viewers, maybe we didn't, but people know about
Two
us.
showed up and then popped out.
One of them had to be me.
Okay.
So,
anyways, first things going down on the pike, Diego, as I mentioned earlier, has been podcasting with John about the Traders. His USA season 3 has kicked off. I listened to it. It was a great listen. And I highly recommend checking it out, Tommy.
yes.
Support these boys.
Yes. I listened to the first season, I believe it was. Wait, did you say this is season 2 or season 3 of Traders?
3.
Season 3.
Did you guys do a season 2?
Yes.
We did not do season 1. We did season 2 though.
We did season 2.
That's what it was.
I had a
so
different co-host for the first episode of season 2. And then he quit, and then I brought in John, and then Diego was like, "Ooh, I like Traders. I'll do it with you." And because this was when we were in the middle of 39, and then I told Diego, "Hey, hop on for the tail end of 39. Hey, hop on for Traders."
There we go.
And then Diego joined me for Traders, and then he also joined us for the tail end of 39.
Woohoo!
Conquest portion, which I feel like went a lot better than the Chaos portion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But okay, so yeah, I listened to season 2 without even watching it. So yeah, I mean, of course I'll listen to season 3.
I'll be listening to season 3s without even watching it too. So we're in the same boat, Tommy.
I don't know what's going on in the game. I never watched Traders, but
Wes is on season 3.
I know I need to get a subscription or something.
Wes is on there, from what I heard.
Yes.
Okay, and then me and Matt will be doing our Survivor thing one of these days, and then Tommy, Diego, and me will be back in a few weeks for Challenge All Stars 5. And yeah, that's about it.
Taking a week break.
Don't forget 2 weeks.
When is the the 29th? Oh my gosh, it is 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
We will have 2 weeks off of this.
Mm-hmm.
What if they do a special? Are we covering that
special?
I don't know.
Like as episode 0. I don't think they are going to do that.
I don't think they are, because they can't.
I feel like they would have.
Because the reunions are going to take up the next 2 weeks.
Oh, they are doing 2-part reunion?
I don't know.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh.
I'm just assuming they are. I expected you to know. I don't care about the reunion.
I will be following up with this and reaching back out to you guys.
You do you. Okay. Diego, thank you.
Of course.
A great season. Tommy, thank you for a great season of podcasting. As always. Before we go, Tommy wants to say a few words.
What? Show me the way to go home?
I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
There we go.
And stream.